In this video, we're going to make a radial health bar using Python and Tkinter. So the first thing we're going to do is import Tkinter. So from Tkinter, import everything. Next, we're going to create our root window. So root is equal to tk. And now we're going to make the root window full screen. So root.state, zoom. And finally, we're going to call our root window's main loop. So root.main loop. So if we run it, you should have a full screen window pop up like so. Next, we're going to create our canvas that we're going to be drawing our health bar onto. So we're going to do can, equal to canvas, pass in the root as the parent. And then now we're going to set its width and height. So width is equal to 500, height is equal to 500. And so now we're going to do a border width of 2, so BD is equal to 2, and then a highlight background color of black, just to make the canvas easier to see. So finally, we're going to display the canvas with the can.pack method and run the code. And you should have a canvas with a black border around it. So before we start drawing stuff onto our canvas, we're actually going to set our current health and our max health. So current health is equal to 100, max health is equal to 100. Okay, so we're going to update our health bar with the function. So we're going to do define update underscore health bar, and we're going to access our canvas inside of that function using the global keyword. And so the first thing we want to do every time we call this function is just completely clear out the canvas. So we'll do can.delete all. Okay, so we're going to start off with drawing our first shape, which is going to be a circle. And so we'll call it outer circle. But before we can do that, we have to get the canvas's width and height. So we'll do can underscore width is equal to can.winfo underscore required width. And then can underscore height is equal to can.winfo underscore required height. Okay. So now back to our circle, we're going to do can.create oval to start off with. Okay, so now we need two sets of XY coordinates. So let's get started with the first set. So we're going to do outer circle X is going to be can underscore width divided by 4. And then outer circle Y is equal to can underscore height divided by 4. And now we're going to go ahead and pass those in. Outer circle X, outer circle Y. Alright, now we're going to do our second set of coordinates. So outer circle X1 is equal to can underscore width minus can underscore width divided by 4. And then outer circle Y1 is equal to can underscore height minus can underscore height divided by 4. And we're going to pass those in. And save it. And now I'm going to go down here and actually call our function and run the code. And so you should have a circle directly in the middle of your canvas like so. Okay, so our next step is to create an inner circle that's going to go on the inside of here. Okay. And so before we get started with that, we're going to go up here to canvas, or underneath our global canvas, and we're going to create a new variable called arc space. And this is going to be the space that's going to be in between your outer circle and your inner circle. So I'm gonna set my space to 20. You can set this to whatever you want. And then we're gonna go down here and go ahead and do can dot create oval. And then get started with our first set of coordinates. So inner circle x is equal to outer circle underscore x minus arc space. Inner circle underscore y is equal to outer circle underscore y minus arc space. And then we're going to go ahead and pass those two in. Alright, now for our second set of coordinates, we're going to do inner circle underscore xy is equal to outer circle underscore x1 plus arc space. And then inner circle underscore y1 is equal to outer circle underscore y1 plus arc space. And now we're going to pass those two in. Save and run it. And so you should have two circles on the screen now. And the next step is we're going to fill the space in between them with either an arc or another circle. So we're going to go ahead and get started with creating an arc down here. And so we're going to use the can dot create arc method. And we're going to calculate our first set of coordinates. So we're going to do arc underscore x is equal to outer circle underscore x plus inner circle underscore x divided by 2. Arc underscore y is equal to outer circle underscore y plus inner circle underscore y divided by 2. Then we can go ahead and pass those in. Arc underscore x, arc underscore y. And now for the second set of coordinates, arc x1 is equal to outer circle x1 plus inner circle x1 divided by 2. Arc y1 is equal to outer circle underscore y1 plus inner circle underscore y1 divided by 2. Go ahead and pass those in. Arc xy, x1, arc y1. Run it, and you should have like a little pie shaped thing right here. And so the next step is to get rid of this little right angle right here and just make it into a line. So now I want to go down here and then add the style option and set it to arc. But now if you run it, you should just have a simple line right here. And so the next step is to essentially make the line wrap all the way around the circle. And we're going to do that with the extent option. So we're going to go ahead and set up our extent here. So extent is equal to. And so we're going to need to calculate our extent. And in order to do that, we're going to need our current health and our max health. So up here underneath global can, we'll do global current health. Oops, and global max health. So now we're going to go down here and do arc underscore space. It's equal to 360 times current health divided by max health. Okay, and so now we're just going to set our extent equal to, oh, sorry, that shouldn't be arc space, that should be arc extent. So set our extent to arc extent, like so, and run the code. And you'll see that the arc disappeared, and that's essentially because whenever the arc's extent is equal to either 0, 360, or a multiple of 360, it's not going to show up. So we're going to have to add in an if statement. So we're going to make our if statement to where if the arc extent is less than 360, we're going to draw an arc, but if it's equal to 360, we're going to just draw a circle. So we're going to do if arc extent is less than 360, just draw an arc, and then else cannot create circle, and then just pass in the same coordinates as the arcs. So we'll do arc x, arc y, arc x1, and then arc y1. So now if you run it, canvas create, instead of create circle, that needs to be create oval. So now if you run it, you should have 3 circles like so. And if you make the current health anything less than 100 and run it, you'll get an arc. Now we can make the arc and the circle that's in between the 2 other circles, we can make that thicker and make it look more like a health bar by using the width option. So we're going to go down here and do width is equal to 2, and then go down to our create oval method and do width is equal to 2. Save it and run it. And as you can see, it's a little bit thicker. And so now we're going to set it to the arc space to make sure it fills up that entire space. So arc space. And there you go, it looks more like a health bar here. And so health bars are typically red, so you can change the color using the outline option. So outline is equal to red, or you can set that to whatever color you want. Outline is equal to red, save it, and run. And as you can see, it's red now. So now typically health bars normally start right here and wrap around and then end right here. But as you can see, it's kind of starting and ending at a weird spot. So in order to fix that, we're going to add another option to our arc method. And we're going to go here and do start is equal to 90. So now if we run it, since our current health is at 50, it's going to start right here and it's going to stop there. And then let's just change this to like something like 95. As you can see, it starts right here, tries to wrap around, and then it's going to end right here. Now you'll notice that the 2 circles that we created to be the outline for our health bar is kind of faint here, and that's kind of because of the order we drew things onto the canvas. So we're going to change that up a bit. So all we need to do is take our methods where we drew our outer circle and inner circle and move them down to underneath where we drew our arc. So we're going to do draw outer and inner circle. So that's our outer circle done. And now take the method for our inner circle, move that down there, save it and run it. And as you can see, you can kind of see them a little bit better. But we can make them even more prominent by using the width method down here. And so we're going to do width is equal to 2. And width is equal to 2. Save it and run it. And as you can see, they're a lot thicker now. Alright, so our final step is to add text right here in the middle of our health bar, just to let the player know like exactly how much health they have, sorry. And so now we're going to go down here and draw some text into our health bar. We're going to do can dot create text. And so we want our text to be exactly in the middle of our canvas. So we're going to do can underscore width divided by 2, can underscore height divided by 2. And then we're going to set our text to be, let me see, string current health plus percentage. So now we save that and run it. And as you can see, we have 95 health. Let's change it to 100. Now we have 100. Let's change something like that, I don't know, 33. Save and run. So everything seems to be working correctly. And so I guess that's the end of the video. Thank you for your time.